Hello and welcome back to RimWorld and the great monarchy of Rambo. Last time, we captured Fjellschmel, who is going to be the greatest scientist the world has ever seen. Or at least a scientist. What, Rambo, did you just give Mission one single egg to eat as a meal? That is just cruel. I mean, that's cruel and unusual punishment for prisoners, quite frankly. I mean, Rambo does technically get to make the rules because she is queen around here, so, I mean, I'm not actually going to argue all that much, but there you go. What else did we do last time? We continued to turn our walls into stone, which I think is a very good thing. And we do need to continue to do that, probably changing out the living areas right now, because these, if they light on fire, could be very, very bad. Just saying, small thing. So what do we got? A bunch of granite blocks? That's going to be perfect. Let's deconstruct some of these rooms here. I know people are going to be sleeping outside probably because I'm doing this at probably the worst time. What time is it? 15 hour on the second day. Yeah, that's probably going to go into nighttime, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So there may be just a few colonists who are going to sleep outside today. I hope they like sleeping outside, because it is the middle of winter, so they're going to freeze to death. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just how it's going to go. We've destroyed the colony very simply by just, you know, causing everyone to freeze to death, which is unfortunate on the one hand, but also something that is maybe necessary for the continued, like, greatness of the colony, because we have to have a culling at some point. Come on. We can't just bring a ton of random people into the colony. We have to make certain that we have the best, the strongest people. And in order to do that, some people are probably going to have to be killed in the process, which is quite unfortunate, like maybe Mission. Because again, there's continued, just unending calls for this person's head. I don't know, do we want him? He's a 10 shooter though. Oh, he's a 10 shooter, 10 miner, and 10 researcher. I don't want to kill him. But at the same time, he did kill arguably our mascot. Technically, that raccoon was never actually our mascot because we have to actually own the animal for it to be a mascot. I'm declaring that one there. That wasn't really a rule prior, but it is a rule now. So while technically the raccoon was not our mascot, it was going to be our mascot. Mission's just going to become like, I don't know, poop shoveler? Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. You know, the person who cleans the latrine all the time. Frankie, can you not go to sleep right now and instead maybe, you know, try to help the colony by not having people freeze to death tonight? Just saying, I don't mean to be that guy, but it just seems like a slightly, I don't know, reasonable thing to do. Cherie, are you eating buffalo meat? Good for you. That's great. Frankie, please finish that wall. I really don't want people to freeze to death. And currently there's a strong potential for freezing to death. Frankie! Why did you not finish that wall, Frankie? Finish the frickin' wall, Frankie! Don't do this right now! I know you're a lord and all, but I will wreck your face if you don't stop that. Jeez. Frankie thought he could be insubordinate towards us. Not a thing. Not a thing. Well, I mean, technically right now, actually, Frankie is sleeping in the same room as the king and queen. I feel like that's going to be pretty good for his, like, I don't know, future, like, political career. Oh, my word. Are these running at 41 degrees right now? What the heck? It is negative 11 outside. We chose some sort of frozen Arctic tundra. Well, I mean, admittedly, most of the time it's actually quite temperate. But during the winter, it is an absolutely terrible frozen Arctic tundra. And apparently, even running our heaters at 41 degrees Celsius, we still don't have the temperature up quite nicely yet. Now, that might just be because this building is a bit too big. Oh, solar flare, great. Now everyone's going to freeze to death. Everyone is going to freeze to death. Oh. I mean, there you go. Fjellschmel, he had so many hopes. Now he's going to suffer a terrible case of hypothermia. Mission, wearing literally nothing at all, even though we could clearly give him, I don't know, this thing? Well, maybe not that thing. That was worn by a corpse. Can we possibly... We should probably just get rid of that little crafting spot entirely, but can we add a build to make some more tribal wear? Because I feel like, you know, maybe a bit of tribal wear could work out. Can we make anything else here? No. Do we have a weaver's bench? Not at all. Okay, we're going to need that. So we've got an electric tailoring bench here, which is what we're going to set up right across from here. That should work quite nicely. And with that up and running, we'll be able to make, I just noticed the needs warm clothes. We'll be able to make a parka or something for her. It'll be great. Fjellschmel, how do you feel about that piece of meat that you just ate? I think he may or may not have just gotten some form of food poisoning, which is unfortunate. That's definitely not something we want. Oh my word, they tore down the wall again. I mean, technically, they're supposed to tear down the wall. That's actually what we want to have happen at this point, but I mean, nobody told me. You're supposed to tell me when the walls are torn down so I can put up new walls, colonists. Jeez. It's like everybody in this colony just wants to die. I mean, that might be a thing, because, I mean, they live in some form of pseudo-temperate tundra area, which is, quite frankly, not a place I would want to live if I'm trying to set up a whole new colony. That sounds pretty bad, actually. That's terrible. Oh, we really need to get food production back up and running. And looking at the situation, actually, we need to butcher some animals, because we have no food. None at all. And there's no animals anywhere, because there's a toxic fallout. Why does this always have to happen at the worst times? Like, I've literally only suffered from a toxic fallout twice. It's both been when I'm running one of these colonies. And quite frankly, it always ends... Ooh, look, components just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. We need to pick those up. Anyway, it always happens during winter. Like the first winter where we clearly don't have enough food to survive. This is quite bad. Emu? You're dead. It's over. Goodbye, emu. Somebody go kill that emu and eat it. I mean, the person who kills the emu doesn't actually have to eat it. It's just preferable. I think, considering the situation, we're going to have to set someone to research, because we are going to need hydroponics, probably, to survive this. Where is hydroponics out here? Let's actually pause so that we can just take a little bit more of a look. There it is, hydroponics. We're going to research that. And we're going to have, I guess, Rambo do research at this point. Because we really need to get this done. If we don't get some form of research into hydroponics done, I don't think we're going to survive. We don't have enough food right now. By that, I mean we have 0 food. None at all. Can we butcher that? It's rotting, but I mean, there's no reason that we can't butcher up a nice little piece of buffalo meat. No, we can't do that? Oh, can we butcher, like... Ugh. We can't butcher rotting creatures. Well, somebody had better get to work butchering things. Okay, it looks like Igor is actually going to butcher that emu. I hope that's a thing, because, we cannot allow that emu to... Oh, the toxic waste fallout has settled. That's a good thing. Can we possibly... Anyone capable of actually butchering up that emu? Because there should be butcher orders right now. Yeah. Can anyone do cooking? Should be Rambo. Rambo, can you, like... We'll just have her prioritize hauling right now. We really need that emu butchered, like, ASAP. That's going to be kind of important. And preferably have these people become part of our colony, because, you know, can't really have them just sitting around forever. And Mission's about to get executed if he doesn't join the colony, because, quite frankly, I don't like him very much right now. Partially because of the whole raccoon thing, partially because, you know, he's a completely naked man sitting in a prison cell with a single egg. And I don't mean to be that guy, but it's kind of weird. Is there any animals out here? Any at all? I don't even care. If it's a herd of muffalo, I'll kill them all. There's nothing. Nothing at all. And have they butchered that emu? Why can't we butcher the emu? Does it have anything to do with the toxic buildup? Because I'm confused right now. Let's actually get potentially... Can we get Igor onto cooking and see if we can't get Igor to butcher the emu? Oh, we can't butcher the emu. I want to eat some emu meat. That sounds delicious. Oh man, without any form of animals showing up here, we're going to be in a really dire situation. I mean, we could not just execute Mission, but also eat him. I mean, I'm not really putting that out as like a good plan here, but if worse comes to worse, I think the best person to eat in this situation is gonna be Mission. Nobody really likes him anyway. I mean, let's just face it, Mission's kind of a terrible person. We all know that's true. Oh my word, it is so hot in that room right now. It is not gonna be like 4,000 degrees in Cherie's room. She's probably freaking out about that, isn't she? Yeah, slept in heat. No. No, and she's starving. Trivially. Only trivial starving. Not any of that, like, really serious, like, heavy-handed starving. Oh, my word. Okay. Are there any berry bushes that are available anywhere? Please? Berries? No? A single berry bush? Nothing? Okay, one single berry bush was available to us. Oh, wait, there's another berry bush over here. Okay, we're going to cut that plant. Probably the easiest way to do this is going to be to go to orders, harvest. Oh, there's another berry bush there. Wait, what is that? Raspberry bush ready to harvest. Oh, yes. Dude, we just need to do this like across the entire area. We'll get all of these plants all harvested up. And then we're going to have some food. I mean, it's not much. It's basically nothing. It's actually like literally nothing. It's so little food. Who's going to go do that? I think it's going to be Igor. We're going to have her, what would that be? Plant cut? There we go. We'll have her do secondary cleaning. First, go out and do plant cutting. And harvest up as many of those berries as we can get. Without those berries, we're going to be in some bad situations. Mission has apparently decided to eat the egg that I think he was trying to hatch for quite a while, which is, I don't know, that's a thing. I mean, if there's one person that we're going to keep around here, it's definitely going to be Mission because, I mean, sorry, Fjellschmel. Because I do not care for Mission in the slightest. Who's going to suffer a terrible break? Frankie? But Cherie was the one who actually went berserk. How unfortunate. Rambo, how you doing? How you working? You doing well? Not very well. She does not appear to be a very good researcher. Don't kill the chicken, Cherie! Cherie. Why you gotta do this, Cherie? Now it's gonna die of hypothermia. It's not even gonna die of the injuries you gave it. It's gonna die of hypothermia. That's a terrible death, Cherie. Come on. And now we've got berries. We got all the berries that anyone could want. Except we only have like a few stacks of berries. We have basically none. Okay, I take it back. We just have a couple berries. And we're feeding the prisoners. Maybe we should just, you know. Nope. Nope. Mission is not getting any food. Mission is either going to starve or survive eating... Okay, Mission is going to starve. There is no real other alternative to the situation. He's just going to starve to death, and I guess we'll butcher him up or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, we'll do something with his body, probably. Maybe turn it into, like, some form of ritual sacrifice to the god of fertility or something. I don't know. I'm just waffling here. We could do anything with it. Frankie? Oh, you're going to go to sleep. I wanted you to save the chicken. I mean, the chicken's kind of important. Either we're going to save the chicken or we're going to kill and eat it. But I'd rather have a bunch of eggs than a bunch of dead chickens. Just saying, small thing. Can you please go rescue the hen? Thank you very much. Oh, my word. Rambo's the best. Now, dude is not... okay, this chicken actually doesn't have a left leg. I'm going to guess that has something to do with Cherie's attack against the chicken. Perhaps Cherie actually ripped the chicken's leg off and just began to feast upon it. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the colony at this point because things are getting pretty dire in terms of the food situation. And people are really desperate for anything they can get their hands on, which at this point is basically nothing but berries. And, you know, eating a chicken leg would be slightly better. Even if said chicken leg is actually entirely and completely raw and still covered in feathers, I'm pretty sure that's better than just eating berries for the rest of your life. Because it would be the rest of their life. It would be a very, very short life, but still, you know, rest of the life. I don't know. Are we going to have to just, like, straight up kill Mission? Because won't he have a mental break before he actually dies of starvation? And then we'll have to go in with Frankie and, like, stab him to death? Oh, that might be a thing. We also, by the way, do kind of need to put a door here. It's just a small thing. It's a tiny little thing. Extreme break is possible on Cherie and Frankie. That's not good. Nobody has warm clothing. Well, I mean, the standard colonists, the ones who showed up first, do in fact have warm clothing. Everyone else, not so much. Is this chicken dead? No, it's just resting. I get a strange feeling that it's never going to move again. But I do also have a strange feeling that we can continue to use it if we basically just, you know, just keep it there, have it lay a bunch of eggs. It doesn't technically need the other leg, and it would keep it relatively safe, so, you know, I'm just saying it's a potential. It's just a thing. Frankie, you're gonna have to go for a walk because you're, like, losing your mind. Hen 3 has just died. Hopefully somebody butchers it, because that's going to have to be what's going to happen here. Or else everybody is going to die. Frankie, what are you doing? Building a door? Good job, Frankie. That research bench will finally be up to snuff in terms of working efficiently. And if we put a heater in here, it'll actually work nice and efficiently. What is this? A VR designer named Adulia Magar calls you from nearby. She's being chased by tribespeople of the Red Gull Lutrago. Oh, she is 47 years old. Well, welcome to the colony, Magar. I'm going to have everyone come out and try to save your life. You would better be able to do firefighting. Yep, she can. So welcome to the colony. Get a rifle. Get onto the defensive line. Everyone else is getting up immediately and moving in because, you know, that's what we do. And with everyone in position, we should be A-okay to take out as many tribesmen as are necessary. We'll just space them out a little bit so that a stray arrow doesn't just, like, hit everyone. And what do we got? Just 3 people? That's nothing. Hopefully they drop just tons of pemmican because that's really going to save our lives right now. Because, once again, there is the whole food issue there. Okay, the firing has begun. There were 3 of them. Where's the 3rd one? Oh, he's out over here? I don't know where that guy's going. Minyoko is going all the way out to basically nowhere. So, we're going to have Frankie actually go melee attack this guy. He's going to bull rush him. Good luck, Frankie. Frankie's done. It's over. Oh, wow. Frankie actually got there without getting injured at all. That's pretty impressive. I mean, he was already injured from a previous event. If you guys could not shoot each other, that'd be great. Just saying, small thing. We'll send them over there. We'll have Rambo head right there so she doesn't accidentally shoot Minoko. And we'll have Frankie try to get out of the way. Frankie, go. Get through the guy. There we go. Very nice. Oh, they didn't drop any food. That's the worst. Oh, I was really hoping we get some food out of that, but no, we get nothing. Nothing at all. Well, there you go. Sometimes you win, sometimes you bring in new colonists when you didn't have enough food to feed the other colonists to begin with. It's just a small thing. Oh, this is going very poorly for us. Very, very poorly. What's up with this butcher's table? We can butcher creatures, right? That is a thing that we can do. Well, we should be able to butcher that chicken corpse. Anyway, for now, that'll actually bring us to the end of this episode, as the colony is starting to collapse due to a lack of food, which is pretty bad. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will continue to try to deal with our lack of food. Hopefully some animals will show up at some point and we can kill literally every single one of them. Butcher their succulent meats. Ooh, rabbit, 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 hunt it, hunt it! And then potentially we will continue to survive, despite the fact that currently we have 0 food. But ooh, that's a dangerous hunt. A boom rat? Not happening. We are not hunting boom rats, but there are a lot of animals showing up now. Oh, this is where it's at. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.